Hi and welcome guys, welcome to our first Crytek VR stream. So it's pretty exciting for us. My name is Bastian Thun, I'm community manager for everything VR basically, which means our current game The Climb and later on games like Robin's on the Journey. And it's super exciting for us because having a VR stream as a company, that is something new. There's a lot of tech behind it, so let's see and hope that everything goes all right and well and that we have the chance to show you some exciting VR stuff today. So with me is my co-host, Bonnie. Bonnie, how about introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Bonnie. I'm a brand manager for The Climb. Nice to be here.
Yeah, nice to have you here. And also, our special guest for today, which is Riho Kroll. Introduce yourself.
So I'm Riho. I'm a UI designer. I worked on The Climb. Yeah, that's about it.
So we have to look at that camera, right? For us.
You managed. You
I'm
managed.
forgetting this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So while Bonnie and I, we try to keep the whole thing as entertaining as possible, Rio is the actual guy who has a clue about the game, who worked on The Climb as a developer, and it's your chance to ask questions. So, and as we're talking about VR, and it's a VR show, right? I think, how about I put this HMD on, because everyone wants to see this, right? How stupid I look with the HMD on my face. And play some The Climb, while you guys see if I'm doing well or not, or whatever. You can comment my gameplay and maybe check what the chat has to ask about. So where is it?
Hi, Fadanim.
Oh, there are some people in the chat.
Yes. Hello.
So what I'm interested is if everyone in chat and who will watch the show today, let me get this. If everyone had like already a chance or even owns a VR headset at home, or is it maybe even like your first time you encounter VR, never had the chance to get your hands on a VR headset and play a game like this? That would be interesting for me.
Just your strap a bit better. You have the top one just a little bit more.
What?
Should we have them?
I think it should help.
Yeah.
What? What am I doing? I can't. So they. Oh, that's nice of you.
Yeah. Very nice offer from Rio.
I have to
Hello,
trust you guys
Rehab.
because I
Hello,
can't see
Max
anything.
Bayer. Hello, Sorrow. XS9. Hello,
So, to pick some
Please.
customization.
1982.
I like this one. What is it? It is a goat, right?
Can we go with a little bit sexy one?
What is a little? It's like seriously, Bonnie. That is a little bit sexy one for you. So
Okay.
you like the leopard,
Animal one.
Camera,
Animal
right?
print, please.
the
yes.
animal
Yes.
print. Okay,
Uh-huh.
let's go.
Yeah.
So as you guys have seen, we have customization in the game, and we're going kind of ridiculous already. Don't tell me, Bonnie, that I have to pick the pink watch to
Why?
the leopard
Yeah,
skin.
pink is like this year's color, I think.
Pink is this? Yes. Oh my god.
Maybe. I'm not so sure.
What I'm getting into.
Okay, I'm back.
Pink.
It's a
Pink.
bit- Mic
Pink?
troubles.
I think the bra. Okay. So Rio, what do you think about this setup here? The leopard
Leopard's not
skin,
my favorite, to be honest.
YOLO.
Also,
I'm old enough
You-
to
you
say
have-
YOLO.
you need to, pick
I
something
think
that matches. You cannot
so.
just pick something random. That's the whole point of the customization. You mix and
Exactly.
match.
Yeah.
So that's way too pink, guys. How about I like that stuff? I need to make a decision here, and I made a decision. We're going for handcuffs.
Handcuffs.
Oh,
Pink.
no,
Pink
go
watch.
back.
Yeah.
YOLO band, come on.
Okay,
Why
okay,
not?
YOLO band.
Handcuffs,
I was
pink,
born in the 80s, so I'm
animal.
allowed to say YOLO.
That
Guys.
indicates something.
That looks horrible.
Actually, if you go, wait, can you go back to the wristbands? I think we're not seeing it.
I haven't unlocked as much on this account yet because, guys, you have to actually play the game, earn achievements.
So if you go to
to
the
get
YOLO
stuff.
band, the orange one, I don't know if you can see this, but we actually have, it's like a hospital wristband, and it actually tells you like your diagnosis and name and stuff.
Oh. Is it the name of one of you guys on there?
No, the name is Nobody, the diagnosis is No Body.
Oh, I see what you did
that's
there.
that's cool. Uh-huh.
Huh. Nice.
I don't know
So
if you can see it.
we achieved something. We look horrible. Let's go ahead.
Mm.
So I think we should start with one of my favorite levels, the old mine, Alps Easy.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see on the world rank list, I'm let's check time. So when it comes to time, world, Could you please update?
Uh,
Thank you.
Sorrow
I'm
X-
at place 2,525.
By the way, Sorrow XS9 says hospital ban means bad luck.
Hmm.
So, bad
Is
luck.
it so?
Did you
Uh-huh.
actually? You chose that one?
But let's see how it goes.
Oh my god. Okay. So 40 minutes. That's apparently horrible.
So you
Let's
guys
play
try,
first
like,
checkpoint.
go and try to beat Basti. That's possible.
Which is probably
Well,
not too hard.
It's not gonna be very hard.
Yes.
So let's start. I know this level. You see? Jump. So if you have any questions, guys, in chat, shoot. Huh! Come. Okay. Oh, I love that part. Seriously love that old mine.
I really like how the glove looks in the dark.
Oh, your leopard skin glove looks.
Yes. That's what I meant.
Huh.
I haven't seen any moths yet. Trying to bug you. Oh, there we go.
What?
Mm.
So we want to go
Nice.
to A, because it's a game about checkpoints. No, it's a game about climbing.
You know, the trick to be really good at this game is just jump like a madman. Just
Yeah.
go all monkey over it.
Okay, next save point I try that. Now, not in the old mine, because I really enjoyed that area. And I want to enjoy it as much as possible. And when I'm out of the mine, I will start jumping. Oh, look at them. So, especially all the environmental effects, like animals, insects, and all this kind of stuff, that never gets old for me, to be honest. I love it. I guess you guys, when you develop the game, it took a lot of like time consideration how you add like this kind of atmospheric effects of a game to give this immersion of being here in the scenery, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, for us, it was important that, you know, it's not just about being in this 3D environment, that it's also about, you know, you having an impact on this environment. So, you know, things falling and cracking, and like the crumbly grips, for example, that they fall
Yeah.
and all this stuff. Like, or if you're moving your hand over these insects, then they actually go away. So you actually feel like you have an impact on the world as well. You're not just being presented a world.
There's even stuff like sawdust or something coming
Mhm.
from the wooden boards.
So
So
we are going to.
This is the tricky bit.
Mhm.
that is kind of tricky if I just
Yeah.
want to jump, right? Let's see.
Yeah, I
Wow.
wouldn't recommend jumping here. I mean, I could do it, but I think you still need to
Challenge
improve need to improve your skills a bit.
I need to improve. Thank you. Thank you for the criticism. So like, I'm already bad.
No, you're actually doing all right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's not so bad.
This is not so bad.
Yeah.
Not so bad, right?
Mhm.
I have to work with this guys every day. It's sometimes harsh. So, Rio, for you as a UI UX designer, we have apparently like a lot of different layers of game elements here. Like we have this stuff. When I perform a half press, you might see the difference. So you have the band below the hand. We have basically the indicator for the scores, all this kind of stuff. How about like explain a little bit what that means in VR to develop this kind of stuff and to basically communicate game information to a player in
So
VR.
It's of course much more trickier to do it in VR because you don't have this, you know, screen space overlay where you can just put, you know, your score and your health in the corners of the screen, right?
Yeah.
So we had to integrate that into the world, and that comes with the problem of, you know, if somebody's not looking to where you have this health indicator, then you know they're not going to see it, right? And so we wanted to find like clever ways to like make it obvious to the player, like how their health is and you know how many points they're getting. So like for example with the points, we always show it when you first grab a grip. so that we know that your attention is over there. And also like the stamina when it starts to run out, when you're not looking at the hand, you have this glowing emergency light that tells you, hey, you're about to fall. So you're not even looking into that direction, but you know that something is going wrong, right? So these are the kind of different ways we need to do UI for VR.
What do the points actually mean? Like for people who are not so familiar with the game right now.
So for each grip you so for each grip you get a certain amount of points, the flow points, and the more consistent you are with your flow, so the faster you go from one grip to another, to a new grip, so not gripping the same grip again, the more multiplier you increase. So if you keep up this flow, then you start to get more and more points. So right now you're getting 10 or so each grip. So if you keep being very consistent, then you start to get 20, 30, 40, 50 points. But then you need to keep it up.
It exploded. It's gone.
I think it's too distracted to listen to us
Yeah.
talk about points.
He doesn't. Yeah, it's not at really good level to fully focus on what's happening outside, right?
Yes.
He falls, or what happened?
Yeah, he doesn't like
I
noise very
found
much.
you will see it soon, guys, on the screen. We have to do a little bit of delay here, so
Yeah, but actually, all those mechanics with the what do you call the
You mean the stamina, right?
yeah
Yeah.
stamina. It gives you like more challenges that when you play the game, you have to a little bit strategic to how to play, and you manage choking and all of those. That gives you more fun.
Yeah.
is that actually like
To that.
inspired by Schloss Neuschwanstein?
Say what?
Schloss, the castle in the Alps, is it inspired by Schloss Neuschwanstein?
I don't know actually. I guess so. I'm not sure. It's I'm not so involved with the environment art design.
I think
I would assume so.
And people are asking, are there any surprises? And there's one guy I know who knows that you're afraid of spiders.
So, guys, like, I mean, many people told me that there are no spiders in the game, but I'm not exactly sure if I can trust them. So,
I don't think we have spiders.
I haven't found a spider yet. And if
No.
one of you guys would patch in a spider in this game, we
It
will have a
will
talk.
Break
Serious
Basti
talk.
out.
The bugs are fine. The bugs are kind of cute though.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna talk
do we
to
have to
Tim.
go?
He's our artist, the cinematic artist who did all the insects and stuff. So
just
we'll,
don't.
we'll see. We'll see.
Don't.
Break
Not
Basti out.
promising anything.
Just we'll see.
Oh, look at this
Move
river.
a little bit. Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah. And the
Let's move a
cane
bit closer.
removed.
No.
I mean, with the stamina, you can also be, like mechanically, you can be really good, right? So if you're really good at holding the triggers, so you can hold the triggers halfway, and that stops the stamina drain. So then you can, in theory, you can climb the whole level without losing any stamina. But you have to be insanely good. So.
So in theory, if I do
which means
this,
Basti can't do.
and I do it. If I do this and
Yeah.
keep like, but the problem is it's fine as long as you hold on, but when you move,
Yeah, it gets tricky when you're moving around. That's the challenge. So.
wait, I want to go to the save. I missed the save point. Okay, I think I have to go ahead.
Oh, nice butterflies.
Huh. Probably shouldn't play the whole Alps level because if you think about that, it took me like 40 minutes on this account first time.
Yeah, it's one of the longer levels.
The show will be over soon. Hold. That's a Monty Python reference, right? Hold on.
I
There's
think
some
it's
bugs.
just a joke about falling, because you have the trail going down. This one.
No! No, seriously.
Yeah.
I think I missed the check. No. Okay, I'm good. I'm fine.
He's not jumping around, or is he doing wrong? But Denim, I hope I read your name correctly.
Wait, what?
Saying that you are not jumping around, which is.
So
Are
you
you
mind
scared?
like physically or in game?
Yeah, I think he means physically. You need to-
Okay, physically.
Yeah.
I mean, the best way
I
to
mean, like,
the best way to destroy a whole like what you guys probably can't see on stream. This room is rather small,
Yeah.
cramped with TVs and
Yeah,
lamps and
it's-
stuff. So if I want to have a meeting with my boss about destroying company equipment,
And Basti, you know that you are now talking towards the wall.
wait,
You are
how do I have to
facing.
stand? Like
You're facing the
Yeah,
wall
you
now.
should
like
go-
this?
rotate
Yeah,
to the
yeah, yeah.
left a bit.
To left?
Yeah.
left?
More.
To
Left?
left.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Like this?
No, not too much.
No, that's
Like-
fine.
That. Yeah.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Are you guys?
Yeah. And remember to recenter your view as well when you do this.
I've done so, yeah. So it's always what
Some mysterious person.
I
Suddenly
get the feeling I'm
moving.
getting
Yeah.
pranked. So one question which often comes up on Reddit or whatever is that sometimes people have problems, like gripping and holding onto something, right, like this.
Mm.
So as Riho explained before, sometimes it's a good advice to just recenter the camera, like this. So you press the select button, and especially in a game with climb, when you move around a lot like this, right?
Yeah.
If you're sitting in a chair, it's not too hard.
Mm.
It's good advice to just recenter the camera once in a while. It's one click.
Yeah. Especially when you're like moving positions. So if you're going from sitting to standing up, definitely you should recenter your view, and that should give you the best grip.
So,
Yeah.
okay, we
Try
get
to
to point
recenter your
B.
camera whilst you're playing.
Mm.
So sometimes you might like notice like a flickering or whatever on the game screen. That is not the game. That's me recentering the camera because I'm always afraid that I'm moving around
Oh.
here. What?
No.
What? Okay.
We just saw you falling
So
down.
let me get to point
Maybe my imagination.
B. I think it's B. B. You know, all kind of obvious. And then we finish. That run. Okay. Feel good. Ooh. I think
Good
the
job.
best sense for
Uh-huh.
accomplishing something comes when you reach the last point, because then it usually triggers a really cool event.
I don't think this is the last point though.
No, it's B. But I think we have to keep the time in mind.
Mm.
Look at that stuff. It looks amazing, right?
Hello, Kiev Studio.
Hello, Kiev Studio.
What? Kiev Studio?
Yeah, there's I
I11.
Iga one.
So,
Hello.
let's go back to the menu, shall we? That's not too bad. I thought you guys pranked me. Like, I was totally convinced that when I put the HMD off,
Ah, okay.
Because
that I'm just in front of the wall or the plant, and it's a fake plant, by the way.
Mm.
But it's not too bad.
It's fake.
I think it's fake. I'm sorry to tell you that like this, right? But I think it's not.
Man.
It's not a real plant.
That hurts.
So let me put this away for a second. Yeah, and let me take this. So usually you can wear glasses in an Oculus HMD. That's usually not a problem. But I am in the fortunate position that I basically only need reading glasses, and for me the Oculus lens is so close to my actual eyes that I don't need glasses when I use a VR headset, which is for me kind of odd because I don't use like contact lenses or stuff. So in VR, I actually don't need glasses.
Yeah, it's the same for me. I mean, I'm nearsighted, so it's anywhere very close to your screen, so I have no trouble focusing on it.
Mhm.
I also work without glasses, like on the computer. I don't use.
I need that basically only for computer and stuff.
Mm.
Like, I'm this kind of guy, when I would miss my glass, I would just like sit in front of the screen like this. So yeah, that was Alps, the old mine.
Oh, mine.
I love that scenario. Yeah, but like keeping in mind that it took me like 40 minutes first time to actually like
Yeah,
finish
that was
the
actually
level.
pretty good.
40 minutes is good.
No. I mean
It's
now.
like 40
now
minutes.
It was good. 40
Oh,
minutes is quite.
you're improving.
That's
Too
definitely above
much.
average.
Thank
I think I might take less than that. I challenge
You challenged me.
to
You know
do
what?
that.
Next episode,
Ha,
you won't go away that easy, Bonnie.
Mm,
ha.
Next episode,
wow.
Yeah.
I will challenge you to official competition. Who's the best?
I will accept that.
You would accept that.
What
And
are
we need to figure out.
What is the prize gonna be?
That is a good question. We need to figure out what the prize will be, right, for the winner.
Okay.
Also, what will be the downside for the loser? So Bonnie, what do you will have to do after the competition?
I can wear something ridiculous and walk around the office or
Ah.
take picture.
I have an idea.
What?
I'll be your brand manager for a week and you're my community manager. How about that?
For a week.
Yes.
Do you want that? Are you seriously want that?
I'm not sure. Maybe for 2 days. Because I would probably horribly mess up. So we have some time now for a Q&A part. So we got some questions via Twitter and Facebook, right?
Yes.
Also, guys, feel free to ask any questions you have in the chat. If it's a climb related, is it general VR or VR development?
Give us questions.
Is it especially UI, UX, or stuff regarding Riho, what he has like actually worked on the game in detail, or sometimes stupid question to your community manager always work because I'm usually not capable of answering the very sophisticated question like Riho or Bonnie.
I can't.
You can't. You're brand manager. You need to know anything, right?
That's true. I can answer whatever you guys are curious about.
Okay.
But Bio will answer that instead of me.
So I
today.
stand around here for a while, have a drink because it was kind of exhausting. But I think it's more the studio lights. And
So
why not going ahead with the first question from Twitter, the Twitter space?
So there's a question from Subside on Twitter.
Hi, Subside, if you watch.
Hello, Subside, if you are watching this. Visual clarity in the climb. Are there plans to let users select a higher render scale for sharper quality?
Yes, that's actually something I've been working on in the recent times. So we're gonna have some graphics options for you to choose from, and resolution is definitely be able to up the resolution before it goes into the HMD. So you can really get like if you have a really good PC and you want to crank it up to 11, then you can go and do that.
So for all the people who are running like, I mean, 980 Ti is not even like on Vogue anymore. Who run like two 180 SLI, can crank up to the max.
Probably 1080, you'll be able to do some serious cranking up of quality.
That's good to know. So if you're like one of the guys who like said, okay, I bought like recently a 1080, and I want to get like a little bit more out of my game in VR, it's a perfect card like to push up a little bit the experience compared to the stuff we are used to.
Yeah, definitely the resolution makes a huge difference. Pumping that up gives you a much more sharper image.
I think at some point we will be able to share like the full details about that implementation and upcoming patch. But it's going to be good because we get the question a lot on Reddit, and various platforms, and our own forum.
Yeah, we're listening. We're already working on it. It's good.
So that question is sorted. So next one would be, can I ask the same question from same guy or no? No.
Pick another one.
Okay.
And then we pick something from chat.
Okay. From.
You're picky.
You're really picky.
Because V Gamer 6.
V Gamer 6. Hi V Gamer 6.
Yeah,
Hello.
he or she's asking a question: is Mountain Everest already in or going to be in the game?
I can answer that question if you like. So we absolutely have like many ideas how to implement new levels, new settings to the game, new sceneries. But at the moment, especially as a VR, like it's more slow-growing community compared to other games or stuff in the past where we release a game going out with Big Bang. A lot of people still picking up the climb, getting the HMD, and we want to watch, get feedback, see how people do and adapt. And it's totally like new settings is the thing we thought about and we would like to do in future. We can't tell you at this point when and what it will be, but we're thinking about it.
Thinking.
All right.
I think that also covers a question in chat regarding climbing buildings, like and other stuff like Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower, yeah.
Like we have a lot of ideas. We pick up like for myself, I spend a lot of time on Reddit and or the Climb forum, the climbgame.com/forum, by the way, and on Twitter and stuff. So and that goes all in the big wall of crazy and pool, and then we sit together with the team and think about like, okay, what is doable, what not. So yeah. Maybe in future.
In the future.
All right. So what's next?
From L10. the guy or the
Eltane? Eltane, I hope that's
El-
right. Eltane.
Eltane. Just let me know if I read your name wrong. So next time I might pronounce correctly. So have you found the side-by-side setup versus the opposite corner setup? Occlusion trades off worth it for SBS.
That sounds
Not
like
sure what
touch, right?
SBS means, but yeah, I guess he means for a touch setup. So yeah. Side by side.
Side by
Okay.
side, okay. Mhm.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, I mean, like the setup that I use for touch is that I have one camera in the corner of my table facing this way, and then I have another one on the side, on the window that faces me that way. So that way I have a really good coverage, and that works for me. That so far worked really well. So just some tips.
Just
But
to
it-
explain for you guys.
It
right?
also, huh?
Go ahead.
I mean, just like it really depends on your room setup, like how you have your stuff laid out, where your chair is, and like your things. So you need to find like a good spot where the visibility is just good, like all around. But the field of view of the camera is really good, so it's you can be you can move it around quite a lot.
That's good to know. So for you guys who haven't like picked up any news and how Oculus Touch and how the stuff works, so basically with Oculus HMD you have one sensor placed usually in front of you. With Oculus Touch you have a second one. So that was the question was about, like how does it work? How you like put your sensors in which like pointing direction in front of you. Just to let you know, that's how touch works. You have two sensors. Sometimes I'm
Waving
my
your
hands.
arms
I'm
around.
waving. I'm waving my hands in the
Basti's
screen.
trying
You're
to
slapping me in the
I'm
face.
Yeah, you
just
can-
trying to
just
slap
like,
our
like
guests.
try to control us.
Perfect. Let me check another question from the chat, shall we? I'm missing some unclimbed mechanic once I reach the top. Base jumping, parachute, or something to profit the super nice vistas on CryEngine.
Well, actually,
Actually,
I'm gonna reveal a small Easter egg, a little part of it, not the whole Easter egg.
Can it be tiny? Not that small, like tinier?
I'm just saying, like, there is an Easter egg in, I believe, Alps Medium
Bum bum bum.
about unclimbing. That's all I'm saying. That's it.
so guys,
You
you
heard
heard it.
you heard
Exactly. There's an Easter egg, Alps Medium, which is related or ties into unclimbing.
That's
it. There
Go
you go.
and find it.
Mhm.
And if you found it and you're on Twitter, let us know.
Yeah.
Because that would be super cool if you actually find it, share it on Twitter, and we see what we do with that.
And if you want, you can tag Riho just to celebrate the fact that he gave that information.
Exactly.
Riho.
That he spoiled the fun for everyone else to try. No, I think that's fine. Like there's a lot of Easter eggs in the game. Many people haven't found yet. So we had even like someone in the forum asking for tips for Easter eggs and stuff. There's a lot of stuff. Try to find it, but still like feel free if you maybe like want to use like a spoiler hashtag. If you find stuff like this, share it on Twitter, Facebook, whatever. We're happy to pick that stuff up. Would like to see after a while how many Easter eggs have been found.
Yes.
Just in general, it's cool to see people like post their plays. Like if you're climbing through the boulders, for example, you know, we're always watching and looking out for new content of people doing really cool stuff with the game. So it's really cool to see. So if you have something, just send us over Twitter, put it on YouTube. We're always happy to see stuff.
So, last thing from Ivan Graphics.
Oh no.
From the
I think
fun
I know.
corner to Rio. Is that? I have no idea what that means. I hope that's safe for work or appropriate or whatever.
It's
Chicky Bricky.
Chicky Bricky.
Jiggy
It's
Brick.
it's from Starcraft. It's like one of the lines from one of the bandits. I'm not
Okay.
gonna go into it any further because he's trolling me. So
Okay.
So it is probably something nasty.
it's
Got it.
actually not nasty.
No?
No. I
I
don't
wouldn't
think so.
know. We have a chat
It
later.
doesn't really have a meaning, I think, like proper one.
But how
anyway,
does it
doesn't
have
matter.
to be pronounced? Like Jiggy Bricky.
It's I think it's Chicky Bricky, but that's
Is it?
Okay.
I'm already being too much trolled, so I'm gonna shut
Okay,
up
we
now.
do not feed the trolls, so we
Okay.
do not feed Ivan Graphics.
Okay.
Just
I would
to
say-
be sure, he's actually working here, so he's just trolling me.
Okay.
Perfect. We will find
Basically
you.
telling
We
that
will
it's
find
the
you.
inner joke.
Yeah.
I know,
And then
Ivan.
we talk about Chicky Bricky
Yeah.
later.
I will go and
Oh,
ask you,
Jesus.
Ivan. Chicky Bricky.
This has derailed completely now.
Exactly. So this couch looks rather comfy.
Okay, so I'm
And-
gonna have to play now.
You have to play now. I'm gonna sit and just watch you.
And I will sit still.
And you will sit still.
Yes.
Amazing.
All right.
So yeah, you know it works, right?
I
You
know
don't
how it
need,
works.
do you need any help?
No, I'm good.
You're good.
But I need to know where to position.
So
I'm
yeah,
playing
yeah,
the camera.
I think that's alright.
I take off my glasses as well.
And you see the
So-
sensor in front of you.
Yep.
And you have to pick.
There we go.
So
Hi, dark 50, 50, 34.
open your hands.
Maybe
Like in a
5,
proper demo.
5,
Let me
3,
check if the
4.
cable is long enough. Yeah. So and you have to pick a new customization
Oh.
because the
okay.
leopard thingy is old by now.
Okay, let's do something interesting. Huh. Not a lot of options here today.
No, I haven't.
I
Look,
like this one.
like most of the time I've played like on some. This is my account. By the way, feel free guys to add cry_Volti. It's like my name on Reddit and forum. To Oculus ID. So if you have an Oculus Rift, feel free to add me if you like.
Let's keep the
Mhm.
yellow tradition.
It's kind of boring.
This looks great.
Okay, you're actually pretty good here.
You see? I have the YOLO tag and the pink
Wait a
one
minute.
and the yellow one and the handcuffs.
Let me
The
see
handcuffs
if
are
I'm
the best.
still in the top 100. Ah, there we go. That's me over there. I'm still number 8. Nice.
Oh, so you're playing with the Voltis account.
Yes. So
Yeah.
get some high scores, unlock some
man,
achievements.
Now I'm
Okay.
gonna have to beat myself. That's
You have to-
Oh,
Oh, that's so meta. Do it.
in time.
Can you ghost race yourself?
I
That's
could actually do
next
that.
level.
Yeah.
Rio,
Wow.
playing on my account,
Okay.
ghost races himself.
Let's do it.
That's gonna be fun.
That's
Let's
great.
recenter. Well, I haven't played in a while, so.
Excuses. Like you're 5 seconds in the game.
Yeah, but he
No.
makes different moves than you. He moves his head a lot. See?
I cannot tell. Like I have no idea. Like, am I moving a lot or
No,
not so
you're
much?
just
I'm
standing,
just
like-
standing. So I'm super boring to watch. That's what you're saying.
I didn't say exact words.
But that's what you meant.
He just saying. I'm just saying he moves his head a lot. Maybe it's a tactic.
I got it.
I think
Next
I'm
one.
way
I
behind
got it,
myself
Bonnie.
now.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Oh,
You will get better.
But at least I saved.
So Caspian says, I tried an Oculus DK1 last year. Its image quality was bad, and the demo I had was just a short animation. So the difference between there's a lot of difference between the DK1.
I think I'm
the
moving
actual
too
release
far
date.
away now.
Recenter the camera. No, you actually like you're fine. You're not shorting guests yet, right? Maybe like in a further episode, we are nice to our guests because they might do not want to like come back or whatever. So yeah, if you have the chance, like on this year's Gamescom as an example, we will be there, Crytek, with the big VR booth.
Yes.
I will be there as well.
Perfect. Come over, check
over.
the climb or even our new game, and it's your chance to get your hands on
Okay,
Oculus
let's get
HMD
some more chalk.
and
Yes.
see the difference.
Whew.
And there will be
Okay,
also.
this is stressful.
Damn, he's fast.
Okay.
You would think racing yourself isn't that stressful, right?
Can you
Ooh, nice.
can you see yourself there?
Yeah, you see the ghost hands, Bonnie, but I think they're already.
Gone.
They're gone. Yeah, I'm way too slow.
Oh my god.
Maybe you just got Basti's
Whew.
spirit.
Okay.
What? I mean, you remember in the briefing for the show, he told me that he is pretty good in this level, right? And I was like,
That's what he said?
I want to see some true display of skill, but I'm not sure
No,
anymore.
man, I'm so far behind.
Johnny Handy Hard. So, Johnny, there are currently no plans to release a climb on other platforms than the Oculus Rift. I know absolutely get what you mean. Like, it's very important for us as well that VR gets picked up by as many people as possible. We, in this case, that means every HMD. If it's like Oculus Rift or HTC Vive or PSVR. And we will see what kind of games we do in the future for other platforms. But as it stands right now, it's an Oculus Rift exclusive, stays that way. But Crytek is heavily into VR in general, so we'll see what the future brings.
Can we briefly explain what Ghost Hand mode does here?
Yeah. So
Okay. Time for YOLO jump.
you can do it.
Go!
Whew. Wow.
He is
Okay.
better, man. It was
This-
trash talking all the
this
time.
was
guys, so should
pretty
be
intense.
a bit more careful. So Ghost Race mode in the climb, you can just like climb for your pleasure, right? You can climb in tourist mode or just because you want to enjoy the actual game mechanics or the setting, but also you can reach scores in time. So it's a little bit like a racing game in this regards that you can race against time or scores.
So-
Also, there's an additional option to that. It's not only high scoring.
Mm-hmm.
There's also so-called Ghost Race, which is multiplayer. So you can race against other players on the leaderboard to try to beat them. You have a leaderboard for the world best, the top 100, or your friends. Like you can just go to your Oculus ID friend list and say like, okay, this guy played, Riho played the climb, this level, got this score or time, I want to be better. And as soon as you start the game, you basically see the whole path, so the whole climbing path of your opponent. He's not actually there, so it's saved on our server. And he's climbing with this transparent luminescent ghost hands, and you need to hit his time. And to give you an idea how good your opponent is, or your friend, or whatever it was on this map, you see always like the hands. At some point, they will be too far away for you to catch up, or you are so good that you beat them. But it's a cool, neat feature for score attack, basically, in multiplayer.
Then also that gives you good guide on how to climb, like the level if you don't really know how to.
Yeah, it's a cool advice. So sometimes
Okay, let's
Um,
see.
I found all right.
Is everything good there?
It's all
Yep.
good. How's the air?
Oh man, I'm whole minute behind.
Oh my god.
No. Well, at least I
That's
didn't beat
fine.
my own score, so that's
You're on
good.
camera. That's okay. Yeah. So I've seen like done some
Wow.
Ghost Race maps, and I've seen people.
Cool. I'm gonna take a small break. Wait.
We're gonna take a small break, and I've seen some people actually like doing shortcuts and some crazy stuff. I was like, oh, I gotta try this. So you just want to be on the comfy couch again. It's quite warm here, right?
Yeah.
It's
So
definitely
it's
very warm
really
in here.
warm, a lot of
Wow.
lighting. Yeah.
Super shiny.
And we also feature the best players, like sometimes on our SOCOM channel for who's on the
Yes.
top in each level.
So we have a feature each Friday
Mm.
where we feature the record holder on a map, right? So like the best Asia Zenbei player, as an example, in best time or best score. And if you guys are playing the climb and want to beat that, I will make sure that we do something with people. Actually, I post a screenshot
Yeah.
on Twitter, post it to us on Friday, and said like, I've beaten this guy, I'm better.
Even better would be video. If you have
Oh
proof.
yeah, make a clip. Last week on Friday, we played a lot with the climb in our office. We loved it. Oh, that's amazing.
Do you have any video photo with it? Can you share that with us? That would be amazing, actually,
Yeah.
to see. Mm-mm.
Just for fun, or were you like actually like diving into it, or especially in the competitive part, or see the story?
Nice.
Ah, that's cool to hear.
Okay,
Mhm.
should I try another level?
Right, the couch is very comfy right now. I think you should
I'll-
try
I'll
another
take
level,
that.
right?
I'll take
Yeah.
that as a yes.
Yeah. However you like. You can try another level. I think on this account the hard levels are not unlocked yet.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not.
But
so
I can
good
take
with the other
also
levels.
take over. Bonnie won't be allowed to play today.
No, I'm not allowed. I don't
But
know why.
Next time. That is the
Next
reason
time.
why, Bonnie. Next time the competition is on. The beef. It's real.
So,
Accepted.
Okay.
do this.
Let's do this.
Should we try another set of
Next
gloves
week.
just for
Yeah, always try another set of gloves. And also, what you can do is,
Ooh.
you can, for me, unlock a few achievements, which means a new customization with the amazing developer skills.
Yeah. So
Are
yeah.
you benefiting from Riho playing the
I
game?
hope so. There's a reason why
Well,
I used
yeah.
my account to play it on stream.
every
Riho.
grip I think chalk 500 times, use 3,500 normal grips. You'll get stuff from this.
Perfect. I like that. I like when people come to my place.
Yes.
And unlock achievement for me, right? So sometimes even at home I let play people on my console like, I'll play this game.
Just
for
try
free.
it.
And then like, have you unlocked an achievement yet? Why? Oh, just curious.
I've done it before.
I'm gonna raise your score now.
My score?
Yay!
Yep.
I got support from Crytek. Go Bonnie.
Wait.
Alright.
So
Won the
we
deal
have already like some
already.
sort of team,
Yes.
which means the people are in your favor, not in mine.
See? Go Bonnie. That's the hashtag next episode. Go Bonnie.
Well. No. So while he is racing against the amazing, magnificent Volti, cry_Volti in this amazing times, probably fails horribly. Let's answer some more questions. You have an overview which question you have answered, right?
Yes.
Absolutely not.
So I will take another question from Subside because he asked 2 questions. Have there been any challenges implementing touch controllers and needing to take arm span into account? And how did he solve?
Next level, answering while playing.
Yes.
Yep. So yeah, we definitely take that into considerations because you would have definitely some advantage over when you have longer arm span. So the stamina system actually accounts for this. So the further your arms are apart, the more stamina you lose. So that kind of tries to balance it out against players who have shorter arm span.
Okay.
So yeah, that's actually cool. I think that you have that like usually in classical gaming you don't have that stuff like this, right? That you have to take this stuff into account. That is super exciting for VR development and developers, because I think you as a developer you encounter many times so many weird like occasions where you're like, oh, we never thought about that because it's all so new, and the physical like measurements and stuff has to take into account. I think that's great about VR. Like even for me as a community manager, that's super exciting. Pili 1982, that's amazing. Feel free to add me. Maybe we can play a bit Ghost Race tomorrow if you like.
With Cry_Volti.
Against the amazing Cry_Volti.
Nice.
Another question, Bonnie.
Okay.
Wow, I'm 2 minutes ahead of you.
2 minutes ahead.
Another question from Altain. He or she asked another 2 questions. Oopla. Is the finger tracking sufficient for, say, flipping switches, pressing buttons in a cockpit? Or is it mostly gesture? Do we have cockpit?
We have hands.
Guys, we have hands.
We have cockpit.
All right.
So how is it? You already beat me?
Yeah.
It's done?
Done.
Like
I am at 2 minutes and 16 seconds.
I
You
look
were
so
at 5.
unbelievably stupid right now.
Yeah. I think featuring dev every week just makes you look maybe weaker.
All right.
Or maybe you need to train a bit more.
I can fix that, Bonnie, while playing next week against you.
Yeah,
look
but
super strong.
Oh, so you use me to make you look stronger. Do that. It's
All
okay.
right.
I will look so unbelievably stupid if you beat me. I have a seat. Come on.
So
Yeah.
Crytek,
That's
there might be a
not-
common
it's-
question.
It's my turn to sit now.
yeah.
you
Welcome
earned
back.
It. You earned
Enough
it.
work.
This might be a common question or one you can't comment on, but does this recent focus towards VR take away from the progress on CryEngine 5? I believe you're skipping 4 and possibly Crysis 4. It's completely separated. Like the development team actually working on games is not working on the engine, so these are completely different things. I would more say even that our game projects we're working on benefit our engine in any regards.
Yeah. I would definitely say that as well. There's a lot of cool new technology that we have from the VR projects that went back into the engine, and we have also a new rendering backend for the CryEngine 5 now, which also benefits both regular games and VR games. So it's win-win.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's great. Rehab, come on, seriously. You're on every stream, all the time.
Thank
You're never
you
on my
guys.
side. Seriously, you're so salty. You're
Go,
just salty.
Bonnie.
Know that you're salty. So
Oh yeah, hashtag go bunny.
Yes.
That's
It's
nice.
on.
it's on.
Nice.
The war, the beef is on. Go Bonnie. Hashtag go Bonnie or go Basti.
The same as Go Bus Bonnie. Something like that.
Afraid just what level design background can feel the height. So didn't play. I just studied the game. Oh, that's great. So are you guys
Awesome.
Involved into game development, or it's just like I guess so, because usually when people have an HMD in their office, they're somehow related to games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you find anything interesting, Pele?
Yeah. Any details that you think
Like
worth
UI,
to ask?
UX design.
UI? Any?
I can probably answer some questions about level design as well.
Yeah.
Not too much. I mean, the UI for the climb involved a lot of stuff that would normally be done by level design, like level scripting and setting up items in the level and stuff. A little bit, but so if there's something really specific you want to ask, you can ask.
So yeah, while we're waiting for guys, feel free to push questions in chat. While we're waiting, I mean, we have you here, Riho, as guest in our chat, and you are an expert in UI and UX design. And VR, there's not only like experience which comes to an account; it's also a completely new field, like in any regard, right? Also for UI. So can you maybe like explain a little bit what kind of challenges you had when developing UI UX design for a VR game? What does to think about, if there were like blockers, great opportunities to work on UI UX, and what does it mean in general for all the people out there who have not like a clear understanding or idea what that means, UI and UX design?
So basically, my job is to make sure that people, have understand the game and understand all the mechanics. Because UI is usually one of the more common ways to explain that. I mean, apart from the world itself, right? And some of the challenges we already talked about, like the fact that you don't know where the player's attention is, and you have to be clever about knowing where they're looking, or most of the time where they're looking, right? But the other big challenge with VR UI is just building it. Like actually building it is much more complicated and much more involved than it is in regular games, right? So in a regular game, you have it just as a 2D thing on top of the screen afterwards, right? And here you actually have to make it as part of the 3D world. So again, like using tools that usually level designers would use, or even character artists. So actually, like if you look at the menu tiles in the climb, they're actually set up in a very similar way as a character would. So each one of those, like USA or Asia tiles, is actually almost like a character of its own.
Oh,
so
that's
it has its own
interesting
animations and its own setup. Another question here?
I read it for everyone who might have watched the console, whatever, and can't see chat. So here's an out there question: have you at Crytek seen the rendering technique produced by Euclidean? I have not. Euclidean. And have you considered researching this? That's clearly a question to a developer.
I'm not the best person to ask about rendering questions, I think. I mean, I'm more of a designer, although I have some.
So should we save that question for next? No.
So make a note. Get like a rendering guy.
Yeah.
Next time when we.
Next time, yeah.
Rendering guy.
I'm
into
writing.
The show.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We will remember the question Cap 5PN, Cap OP. I don't know.
I guess just Caspian, right?
Caspian.
I guess so, yeah.
I think Caspian works well.
Yeah, Caspian.
So talking about you, coming back to UX UI design for a second.
Yeah, so it's just much more involved. Like you have to do a lot more. Like the part that was traditionally UI, like doing the 2D stuff, is now actually only 1/3 of the whole process. So on top of that, you have now also the world itself you need to take care of, and the 3D components. So I'm actually working a lot in 3D Max, which is something that usually environment artists, character artists use to model characters and environments, right? And so now I'm using this to make menus and stuff. So that's something that's much different to regular games.
Oh, that's interesting.
And it's of course much more, takes much more time.
I mean, it's a completely new level. If you think about like what is a UI menu? Usually, it's most games you have like an HUD, right? So it's just there to provide you information. But with VR, everything is kind of in here. There's depth. It's somehow in this way it interacts with you, right? If you think about like the watches and then the band, in which shows you the stamina meter and the climb. So there's a lot of stuff you can basically interact, and it feels. And I think it's important that it feels intuitive. Everything in VR, because when I play like VR games, or even like prototypes from us or whatever, and there's something where I think like, okay, that throws me off somehow. It throws me out of the experience. That is super harsh. While maybe in a traditional 2 game, so like a 3D game on a 2D screen, no one would notice. It would say like, oh yeah, fair enough, it's fine.
Yeah.
That's all stuff you have to take into account.
Yeah, we try to, whenever we can, use concepts from the real world. So, like for example, instead of having, I don't know, some checkpoint like check you saved your game, instead of that we have the carabiners that when you bump up against them, you clip in, and that tells you, oh well, I'm probably roped in, right? So this kind of stuff is like you said, very intuitive, right? Rather than explicitly having some text that says, checkpoint reached.
So it doesn't bother while you're playing games. It just naturally melted into gameplay. That's quite a clever idea.
Is it an advice, like let's say you're like a young aspiring like game developer or a student, whatever, and you want to dive into VR when it comes to UX UI design? I've heard when you're good in UI stuff, it's a good way to get a job in the industry, right? If you're really good at that stuff. Are there many people out there who are like really good with UI?
Or you are the best of the best?
Because you have quite a reputation with the client and your VR stuff.
I don't know. I guess it's other people are saying stuff now. I don't
know. Other people saying stuff about me. So
I try to be modest, and also, of course, it's not just me working on the UI. There's also a whole team of work.
I mean, we're a big AAA studio, so a lot of people are involved.
And actually, that's another thing. Is like for UI in VR, there's a lot of disciplines that are involved in actually doing this stuff, right? So, like for example, render engineers and gameplay programmers, or environment artists that normally would not be involved with UI at all are now suddenly involved with this stuff. So that's really cool.
Would you say, like, if there's one thing, like I'm new, as I said, like I'm a student or whatever, I want to go into VR, maybe have a bit experience. What is your like one advice for people diving into UI UX design in VR games? Is it like the to have everything there native? If there's something else where you say, okay, that is something you need to keep in mind, or think about this way, get inspiration from this stuff, or what is your advice to people out there?
I think my main advice would be to just have as little UI, like UI, what I call prosthetic UI, which is like this, text planes and bars and this kind of stuff. That's what I call prosthetic UI. So I recommend just first not doing that, right? Because that's always the first instinct, is to just put some text in there to explain the concept, right? But instead, I think the better way is to try to, make the gameplay as fluid as possible, so that these kind of gameplay concepts that you want to explain actually come across naturally from the game world itself. Like I said about the carabiners, when you hit it, you save there. That would be my main advice for anybody trying VR UI.
I think that's a great advice.
It is. And there's one passionate streamer. It's not from here. Like 3:20 a.m.
Caspian said he is from New Zealand, so that is crazy.
Wow.
3:20 a.m. Wow.
Wow, thanks
dude,
for joining
awesome.
in.
That is really awesome,
Yeah,
dude. Great
thank
stuff.
you. And building game asset changed much in VR. I think...
I can go into a little bit. I mean, I'm not... I don't do so much heavy 3D art, like making normal maps and like this super complicated stuff. But I know some stuff. So like talking about normal maps, normal maps aren't actually as effective in VR for close range stuff. So because it has like all this lighting information baked in from one angle, right? And in VR you have two eyes, so when you're looking at something really close, you really see that it's fake and it's pre-baked, right? So that's something that's a huge difference between VR. So like for really close objects, we use a lot more polygons, like the hand models, for example, and this kind of stuff.
So basically you need to have more like real geometry and not only the illusion of geometry in a game to show that you actually like have a deep world around you, because a lot of the stuff you usually have in games in this so-called normal mapping. Which is, you can probably like in one sense explain it easier, normal mapping.
Yeah, I mean it's basically taking a really high poly object and making a texture out of it, and then putting it on a lower poly object, essentially. I mean, I'm sure there's other professionals here who
Yeah.
can explain
Exactly.
it much better, but
Next
that's my
episode.
understanding of it.
I mean, but it's important to explain it for
Yes,
viewers,
that's true.
just like in an easy way.
Just
That's,
overview, yeah.
yeah, that's the stuff you usually see in a lot of like game development
Yeah.
reports or whatever. That's the stuff you usually do with 3D games. But a lot of this established ideas how to create video games do not work with VR. And sometimes you do not even like know it from the start, right? So you're just making stuff as usual because you have experience as a studio, as a team in creating 3D games, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh, that's apparently not good, or that's not working, or it looks weird in VR because you have like the stereoscopic view. There's a lot of stuff which comes to account. Also, like performance, you have to deal with the
With a
heavy
90
performance
frames
drives.
second. Yeah.
So you want to have 90 frames per second while your game looks good. And there are a lot of stuff you need to do. Like for us, running for like a very realistic, high detailed look, that was quite a big challenge, right? If you do a game, maybe you want to reduce it down to more like a comic kind of specific art design, which works better. But there's all stuff you need to keep in mind when creating a VR game. And we are at the beginning, so that stuff will change in the next couple of years. And it's kind of exciting where we will be in 2 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a free game? No. No, get it in the Oculus ID store, but it costs
$49.99.
$49.99. Dollars, yeah, or your regional equivalent. So I think euro and dollar is not much difference right now. So
All right.
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, I think that wraps it up. Good question in chat, guys. Thanks for watching and joining.
Yeah.
It was a great stream.
Awesome.
I think everything worked well, right?
I hope
Nothing-
so.
Yeah.
Nothing was broken. The game was running. I expected to everything go wrong. Right?
It's true.
So I have experience with streaming, but VR, that was kind of when we thought about like how do we detect and how does it run and how do we do it, whatever the whole streaming room setup.
Well,
We did it.
we did it.
We did it. We did it. So thanks for watching, guys. It was an amazing show. Great chat, great questions. Hope we see you next time. Keep an eye on our channel at The Climb Game on Twitter and The Climb Game on Facebook. Also our website, theclimbgame.com/forum. By the way, we have a forum now. Follow our channels if you want to get like new information and updates and news about the stream or graphic options or Oculus Touch or Gamescom, all the stuff which is coming pretty soon.
Did we mention we're going to be at Gamescom?
We will be at Gamescom and we will have an amazing, cool and big VR booth. So if you're at Gamescom and you want to experience VR, come stop by The Climb, say hello, I will be there. Get your chance to play. Exactly. We all will be there.
Mm-hmm.
Get your chance to say hello, play The Climb, or our upcoming game, Robin's on the Journey. So thanks for joining, Riho. It was amazing.
Thanks for having me.
Even if you kind of wrecked my score on stream.
Well, actually,
thank you.
no,
You-
because I did your accounts.
Yes, you got some benefit
So
out of
I've
it.
Actually-
beaten myself and got better.
And actually, I saw I beat some of your friends as well. So. You're welcome.
So my friends out there, the war's on. No, seriously, thanks for joining. It was an amazing show.
Mhm.
Also, thanks, Bonnie. Next week.
Go Bonnie.
We're not exactly sure yet if we will
Yes,
run
that's
it
true.
weekly or bi-weekly. I'm sure that I will compete against Bonnie.
Yes.
But we'll keep you guys, as I said, on Twitter updated because we are pretty busy with Gamescom and stuff right now. So yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching.
tuning in. Chat. Question.
It was a blast. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.